The WNBA's most underrated player isn't hiding. She's being buried by a teammate's brand. While Angel Reese commands every headline, every podcast segment, every social media algorithm, Chennedy Carter is quietly putting together one of the most efficient guard seasons in recent Chicago Sky history. The gap between perception and reality has never been wider, and the tension inside that locker room tells you everything you need to know about who's really driving winning basketball. Here's what everyone believes. Angel Reese is the face of the franchise, the double-double machine, the social media maven with millions of followers, the player Reebok bet on, the one who sells tickets and moves merchandise. She's loud, she's confident, she's everywhere. And in today's WNBA, that's supposed to be what matters most. Chennedy Carter, meanwhile, is viewed as the solid veteran, the steady hand, the complimentary piece. Good but not great, helpful but not essential. But the film doesn't lie. Neither do the advanced numbers. Neither do the contract negotiations happening behind closed doors right now. Carter isn't just better than Reese in the ways that actually win basketball games. She's operating on a completely different level of efficiency, decision-making, and crunch time execution. And the front office knows it. The agents know it. Even some of her teammates know it. What we're watching isn't just a talent gap, it's a case study in how narrative can completely eclipse performance, and how one player's silence can cost them millions while another player's noise prints money. So here's the plan. We're going to answer 3 questions that should reshape how you see the Chicago Sky. First, what statistical evidence proves Carter is more dangerous than Reese when games are on the line? Second, why has the locker room dynamic become so strained that anonymous teammates are whispering to reporters? And third, how did the endorsement and media machines create a reality so divorced from the actual basketball that even casual fans believe the wrong player is the star? I've pulled the game logs, I've checked the contract structures, I've mapped the social media timeline, and I've spoken to people who've seen this fracture up close. Let's get into it. Start with the digital breadcrumbs because that's where the tension first went public. On August 29, 2024, hours after a Sky win where Chennedy Carter led the team in plus-minus, Reese posted an Instagram story that said some people do it for the cameras, some do it when it counts. No tags, no context. But within minutes, Basketball Twitter connected the dots. Carter had just finished a post-game interview where she subtly noted that winning basketball doesn't always show up in the box score. The implication was clear. Carter takes efficient shots, makes the right pass, plays defense. Reese chases stats. Fast forward to September 12th. The Sky lose a close game to the Aces. Carter goes 7 for 12 from the field with 5 assists and a +7. Reese goes 4 for 14 with 11 rebounds, 8 offensive, and a -9. After the game, Carter liked a tweet that said empty calories don't win championships. She unliked it 20 minutes later, but the screenshot had already spread. Reese responded the next morning with a tweet. They hate to see you eating. Again, no names, but everyone knew. Then came the October 5th practice incident. According to a source who spoke to The Athletic on October 8th, Carter and Reese had a heated exchange during a scrimmage about shot selection. The exact words weren't reported, but the source described it as the kind of thing where coaches had to step in and everyone went quiet. 2 days later, Reese posted a TikTok with the caption, "Stay ready so you don't have to get ready," while shooting jumpers alone in an empty gym. Carter didn't post anything, she never does, but her teammates noticed. One anonymous Sky player told a reporter reportedly that some people let their game talk and some people need everyone to know they're working. The subtext was obvious. This isn't just competitive fire. This is a fracture. But social media drama is just smoke. The fire is in the numbers, and this is where it gets uncomfortable for the Angel Reese narrative. Let's talk pure efficiency. Through the end of 2024 regular season, Chennedy Carter posted a true shooting percentage of 57.3. Angel Reese, 46.8. That's not a gap, that's a canyon. Carter's player efficiency rating sat at 18.6. Reese's was 14.1. For context, league average is 15. Carter is above average, Reese is below it. Now let's talk winning impact. Carter's Bucks plus-minus, which measures a player's overall contribution per 100 possessions, was +2.7. Reese's was -1.4. That means when Carter is on the floor, the Sky outscore opponents by nearly 3 points per 100 possessions. When Reese is on the floor, they get outscored. The on-off splits confirm it. With Carter on and Reese off, The Sky's offensive rating jumps by 6 points. With Reese on and Carter off, it drops by 4. The data is screaming that one player makes the team better and the other is a net negative in key minutes. And here's the kicker. In crunch time, defined as the final 5 minutes of games within 5 points, Carter is shooting 51% from the field with an assist-to-turnover ratio of 3-1. Reese is shooting 38% with more turnovers than assists in those same situations. When the game is on the line, coaches trust Carter with the ball. They put Reese on the weak side to crash the glass. That's not a coincidence. That's a hierarchy. But the most damning evidence? The money. According to SpotAct, Carter is entering a contract year next season. League sources have indicated that her market value sits around $1.2 million annually based on performance. Reese, still on her rookie deal, is projected to command around $800,000 when she's up for extension, assuming her production doesn't spike dramatically. The agents know, the front offices know. Carter is the more valuable player, and the contracts will eventually reflect that, even if the Instagram followers don't. Which brings us to the locker room, and this is where the story gets messy. Chemistry is hard to quantify, but behavior isn't. In the Sky's October 10th game against the Liberty, there's a sequence at the 3-minute mark of the third quarter that went semi-viral on NBA Twitter. Carter drives, draws 2 defenders, kicks out to an open Reese in the corner. Reese pump fakes, dribbles into traffic, forces up a contested layup. Miss. Carter visibly throws her hands up. The camera catches her saying something to a teammate, and while we can't confirm the exact words, a lip reader on Twitter claimed it was, "She doesn't trust the pass." Reese jogged back on defense without acknowledging anyone. 2 possessions later, Reese grabs an offensive rebound, goes back up, misses, grabs it again, and scores. She runs back, pointing at the crowd, flexing. Carter didn't celebrate, she just inbounded the ball. The body language told the whole story. One player hunting individual stats, the other hunting wins. And when those goals aren't aligned, teams fracture. The anonymous quote started leaking in mid-October. One teammate told Yahoo Sports, reportedly, that some people care more about their brand than the scoreboard. Another told ESPN that it's hard to build chemistry when someone's always worried about their highlights. These weren't about Carter. Carter doesn't do press. She doesn't chase content. She just plays. The target was obvious. And while no one put Reese's name on the record, everyone in the WNBA circles knew exactly who they meant. Then came the endorsement gap, and this is where the narrative distortion reaches absurd levels. Reese signed a multi-year deal with Reebok in July 2024, reportedly worth over $1 million with incentives. She's on magazine covers, she's in Super Bowl commercials, she has her own signature colorway. Chennedy Carter, she has a small deal with a regional sportswear brand worth a fraction of that. No major campaigns, no billboards, no primetime ads. But here's the uncomfortable question. If performance-determined endorsements, wouldn't the player with better stats, better efficiency, and more winning impact command the bigger deals? The answer is simple. Endorsements aren't about basketball, they're about reach. Reese has 4.3 million Instagram followers. Carter has 300,000. Reese's TikTok gets millions of views. Carter barely posts. Brands don't pay for buckets, they pay for eyeballs. And in that economy, the better basketball player loses every single time. This is where Carter's silence becomes a liability. In the modern WNBA, you can't just be great. You have to be loud about being great. You have to build a persona. You have to monetize your moments. Carter refuses. She shows up, dominates, and goes home. No podcast, no branded content, no thirst traps or viral dances, just basketball. And in 2024, that's not enough to get paid what you're worth. But front offices care about winning, and that's where Carter's leverage lives. Teams building for a championship don't care about your follower count. They care about your on-off splits. They care about your crunch time numbers. They care about whether you make winning plays or stat padding plays. And on those metrics, Carter is one of the most undervalued players in the entire league. When her contract is up, she's going to get offers that reflect her actual impact. Reese might have the bigger brand, but Carter has the bigger game. And in a league that's finally starting to pay players based on performance analytics, that gap will close fast. So here's what this all means. Chennedy Carter isn't just better than Angel Reese. She's operating in a completely different stratosphere of efficiency and winning impact. The stats prove it. The contract projections prove it. The locker room tensions prove it. But because Carter refuses to play the social media game, because she won't chase clout or manufacture moments, the narrative has painted Reese as the star and Carter as the sidekick. It's one of the biggest perception gaps in modern basketball. And here's the final insight. Respect and attention are not the same thing. Angel Reese has attention. Chennedy Carter has respect. From coaches, from front offices, from opponents who have to game plan for her in ways they don't for Reese. That respect will eventually translate into contracts, into opportunities, into legacy. But right now, in this moment, Carter is getting buried by a teammate who's better at branding than basketball. And that's the truth no one wants to say out loud. If you want to understand how these power dynamics play out across the entire league, how front offices really make decisions, and which players are actually moving the needle when the cameras are off, you need to check out the Locker Room Confidential playlist. That's where we break down the plays that don't make SportsCenter, but determine who gets paid and who gets traded. That's your next watch. I'll see you there.